Okay, start. So first of all, coming to sixth house lord in 12 different houses. Now what happens when sixth house lord is placed in 12 different houses? So coming to first house. So what happens when sixth house lord is placed in the first house? Now what does sixth house represents? See, sixth house represents your disease. Okay, sixth house represents your enemy. Okay, sixth house represents
Mm.
your competition. It represents service. It represents taking
Mm.
loan from the bank or taking loan from others. So these are all things sixth house represents. It also represents separation, divorce. Why? Because see, sixth house is the 12th from the seventh house. So that's why it represents loss of partner, loss of marriage, separation, like that. So sixth house is a very bad house. It's bad for health. Okay. It also represents your day-to-day business. That means what you do in daily life. So that is represented by sixth house. It also represents money. It also represents your job. Okay. So these are all the things represented by the sixth house. So now you need to tell what happens when sixth house or goes into the first house.
When sixth house lord is in the first house, then the person gets like too much of competition, but with his self efforts and with his hard working, he gets success in competition or in service also. He gets opportunities in serving. Like from his self effort only, he will be conquering whatever he can.
Okay. So generally coming to sixth house lord in the first house. See, whenever you are seeing the lords of the house posited in particular house, that means that it is taking control over that particular house. So here sixth house
Mm.
lord is taking control over the first house. So let's say for
Mm.
example, you are in your house. Okay, that is you are staying in your house, and let's say for example, some relatives or some other person will come and stay there for throughout your life. What
Mm.
happens? They will control your house, right? So that's what it's
Mm.
saying here. Sixth house lord in the first house. Okay.
Mm.
So that's what it happens. So result will be given according to the placement of the planet. So here in this case, sixth
Okay.
house lord, that is the house of competition, service, house of loan, comes and sits in the first house, means this person will face lot of competition, will face lot of challenge in the life. It also shows that the
Mm.
person will face lot of obstacles. Okay. And
Mm.
it also shows that this person will face lot of uh, money related issues in the life. And it also
Mm.
shows that this person needs to do or needs to work in a service related sector. Okay, so these are all the
Okay.
things that can be seen, and this person will be having a lot of health issues. Why? Because sixth house is the house of health related
Mm.
problems, like that. Health issues are related to the sixth house. So sixth house lord in the first house shows that this person will have a lot of health issues. Now coming to sixth house lord in
Mm.
the second house.
So sixth house lord in the first house, then the person with his hard work only can get into success or something like that.
Yeah, yeah. So he
Okay.
will face challenge wherever he goes,
Right,
he
right.
or she goes throughout the life.
Yeah, yeah.
Because first house is the person himself,
Mm-hmm.
right? So he has taken that
Mm-hmm.
sixth house, this thing, power.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to check the first house lord where it is posited. If it is in an exalted sign, Mool Trikona sign, own sign, friendly sign, in a very good houses like Kendra or Trikona, it will diminish all these challenges or it will reduce these challenges, like that.
Okay.
Okay.
Just one
So
minute, sir. Just 1 minute. Hello.
yeah, yeah.
Just 1 minute. I'm coming back.
Okay. So sixth house lord in second house.
Second house is all about like bank account, financial status, and family. And as we know, sixth house is not that much good house. Kind of litigation or issues are there. So the person won't be having a much good family life or maybe facing some kind of family related issues or not much more family support, and the financial background of that person will also be challenging, won't be that much good. Medical claims, second house also represents for medical claims, so health issues must be seen, and like overall it won't be a good.
Okay. So when second house, sorry, when say sixth house lord is in the second house. So what does second house represents? It represents your finance. It represents your eye, that is especially right eye, and it also represents your food. It also represents your family. It also represents your salary. Now these are all things represented by the second house. So when sixth house lord goes into the second house, that shows that this person have to face challenges in these areas. Like this person will face loan issues or loan problems from the bank, or this person might receive the loan from others, or might give loan to others and may not even get that money back in return. Okay, it also shows that this person will have some problem related to particular food that he or she eats. Let's say, for example, if this person eats outside food, he will get health issues like that. And it also shows that this person will be having trouble in getting the salary. Okay, or he might get a very good salary but not as per expected. It also shows that this person will be having trouble in the eyes also, like eye issues. So these are the things can be seen when sixth house lord is in the second house. And also the person can face problems in the family. He will be always arguing with the family members, or he'll be fighting physical abuse or something like that, arguments. So these are things can be seen when sixth house lord is in the second house. Always fighting for the money, always fighting with the family members, like that. Okay. So now coming to sixth house lord in the third house.
Third house is all about self effort, communication, writing, or getting visa, like change, younger co-bonds. So if sixth house lord is in the third house, then troubles or issues might be seen in, especially in professions related to communication or writing or signing a contract. Also, issues might be there, struggles might be there, and getting visa, passport, or green card. That also, like, things may get delayed, or hurdles or obstacles is definitely seen. Relation with younger co-born may not be that good, and likewise.
Okay, so when sixth house lord is in the third house, so what does it represent? So third house represents your communication. It represents your intelligence, whether person is intelligent or not. With also fifth house also represents intelligence, but secondary house of intelligence is third house. Okay, it also represents your younger siblings. It also represents your hard work. Okay, so these are all things
Mm-hmm.
it represents. So when sixth house lord is in the third house, so it shows that the person will face difficulties with the younger sibling. He will be always fighting with the younger sibling. Okay, it also shows that the person will always face some problem regarding the communication. Whenever he speaks, he might speak something wrong. Or even though if he
Mm-hmm.
speaks according to his perspective, people will think something else. So they starting fighting begins. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so that's how the start of the fighting begins. So these are things can be seen, and it also shows that his day-to-day work can be hobby. His hobbies can be his day-to-day work. Like third house is the house of hobby, self-interest, self-employed. Okay, so those are all the
Mm-hmm.
third house related. Even tenth house also self-employed, but third house is also secondary house of self-employed, because third house is the house of self-effort. That's why. So sixth house lord in third house, which he needs to put lot of effort in order to
Mm-hmm.
uh what in order to understand other people, like that. Okay, so even though he might be having some hobby, there also he needs to put a lot of effort. So these all things can be
Mm-hmm.
seen when sixth house lord is in the third house. Now what happens when sixth house lord is in the fourth house?
Fourth house is just like peace, comfort, homeland, agriculture, or property, vehicle. So if sixth house lord is in the fourth house, then the person might face some property or land related issues, litigations, and relation. A fourth house also represent for mother. So relation or support from the mother may not be that much good. The person may not get growth from his own land or homeland where he is born. And property issues, litigations, vehicle related issues, court filings, cases might be seen, and competition or enemies in those fields also may be seen. Like if that person do some kind of real estate business, as fourth house represent for real estate business also, so may get that person get some kind of hurdles or obstacles in all those sectors.
Yeah. So generally, when sixth house Lord is in the fourth house, what does it represent? So fourth house represents your education. It also represents your motherland where you are born. Okay, it also represents your mother. It also represents your happiness, your comfortness, your uh, home, how you will be inside your private area or private life. It also represents property, land, vehicle, agriculture, etc. So when sixth house Lord goes into the fourth house, so that shows that this person can have a break in education. Means this person can fail in education, fail in particular subject, like that. Okay, it
Hmm.
also shows that this person can become a lawyer or can get education from the law. Okay, can be a lawyer. I mean he can study law. So that's what I am able to say. So he can study law, he or she. So this person will face some issues in the home. Will be always fighting in the home. It also shows that this person will not get happiness inside the home. Okay. It also
Hmm.
shows that whenever this person is buying a property or purchasing a vehicle, will always face some challenge. So you'll always fight
Hmm.
with the other people. Okay, whenever buying with vehicle or property, so land
This
dispute
is
will be there.
always this is always or during the special Dasa Bhukti or Antar Bhukti.
Yeah, only during Dasha Bhukti and Bhukti of sixth house Lord,
Okay.
and also the fourth house. Okay,
Uh-huh.
so
Okay.
like that. So these all things can be seen when sixth house Lord is in the fourth house. Now coming to sixth house Lord in the fifth house.
Hmm.
So what happens
Fifth
when
house
sixth
is
house Lord?
all about creativity and linked with past life. So if sixth house lord is in the fifth house, then also fifth house is about pregnancy, childbirth, love, marriage, love, romance, and all those. So if sixth house lord is in the fifth house, then the person might face challenges in or face issues during childbirth, or might get face hurdles in getting pregnant, and may have a difficult or not good love marriage, or not much happy married life, something related to disturbances in love and romance. And if the person is into fine arts or film industry or something like that, then if sixth house lord and fifth house, then again same kind of hurdles, enemies, competition might be facing in his uh, career or professional life.
Okay. So what happens when sixth house Lord is in the fifth house? Now what does fifth house represent? It represents love, romance. It represents your children, that is progeny. It represents your intelligence. Okay. It represents your degree, your education degree. Okay. It also
Mm,
represents most probably your speculations like stocks market, investment in stocks and all, mutual funds,
mm,
etc. It also represents astrology. So fifth house is all about
mm,
everything related to the Purva Punya, which is past life. So when sixth house Lord is
mm,
placed in the fifth house, that shows that this person will face difficulties regarding the love. He or she will have break in love. Okay, it also
mm,
shows that this person will have break in education while studying degree, any degree, it doesn't
mm,
matter.
mm,
Okay, it also shows that this person will face some challenge regarding children or progeny. Okay, some bad deeds he
mm,
might have done in the past life, or Like let's say he might have faced a lot of trouble in the past life, because sixth house is all about challenges like that. Okay, and it is
Mm-hmm.
sitting 12th from itself. So he might be lazy because sixth house represents day-to-day work
Mm-hmm.
like that. So these all things can be seen when sixth house lord is in the fifth house. Okay. Now what happens when sixth house lord is in the sixth house itself?
The more kind of health issues, bank corruption or bank loans, separation or divorce, litigation, more competition, more enemies, and like not a good combination. Health issues also.
Okay. Now see sixth house lord in the sixth house itself, which means it is sitting in the own house. First of all, first
Mm,
and the most important point. Okay, that shows that he will have more competition. He needs to work more in day-to-day areas of his life. Okay, it also
mm,
shows that he needs to face lot of challenges wherever the person goes during that sixth house Lord
mm,
Dasha. And it also shows that the person might take loan from the bank. And it also shows that person will have a lot of money during that sixth house Lord Dasha when sixth house Lord is in the sixth house. It also shows
mm,
that the person will face a lot of health issues. Okay,
mm,
and lot of
mm,
fight. Person will fight with lot of members. Person will have a lot of
mm,
enemies. Okay, a lot of
mm,
person will be arguing a lot. So these are the things
mm,
can be seen when sixth house lord is in the sixth house itself. Now what happens when sixth
mm.
house lord is in the seventh house?
Seventh house is all about marriage, partnership, and so if sixth house and business also. So if sixth house lord is in the seventh house, then issues or hurdles might be seen in married life or getting married, and fight or arguments or problems may be seen in partnership, business, or in marriage partner, or like opponents or competition will also be very much high for that person. Business, in business that person may be facing too much of competition, enemies, or litigation or issues, something like that, or bank loans, too much of loans. So all those issues may be facing.
Okay, so when sixth house lord is in the seventh house, that shows that this person will be fighting with opposite person always during that dacha.
Mm,
Okay, most of the time,
mm,
not always. Okay, so why? Because seventh house
mm,
represent opposite person, your partner, your spouse. It also represents business partnerships and everything. So
mm,
whenever the person needs to do business, the person will find difficulty. Person will face a lot of challenges in doing business or partnership. It also shows
mm,
that in married life, person will fight a lot. Okay, with the spouse, will argue a lot with
mm,
the spouse. So these all things can be seen when sixth house lord is in the seventh house. Okay, now coming to
mm.
sixth house lord in the eighth house.
Again, as we know, eighth house is not that good. It's related to depression, accident, death, or unexpected loss or gain, or partner's money, or public money. So if sixth house lord is in the eighth house, then the person might be facing some kind of accidents, issues, too much of health issues, unexpected loss, or like kind of criminality is also associated with it. Also, unknown enemies or too much of enemies may lead to some kind of criminality, and issues in partners, getting partners money, and the person will have too much of health issues, might be leading to depression and problems.
Okay, so when sixth house lord is in the eighth house, uh, the house of challenge, the house of competition, sitting in the house of obstacles. Okay,
Mm,
that shows that whenever the person goes to buy what you can say insurance, or person is let's say for example goes uh, to buy a loan, he will face a lot of difficulties. Okay, so a lot
mm,
of obstacles will arise. The person will face a lot of competitions. The person will have a lot of enemies. His enemies will bring obstacle. like that. When sixth house
Mm.
lord in the eighth house, person will have a lot of health issues. Okay, so these are all the
Mm.
things can be seen when sixth house lord in the eighth house. Now coming to six and person spouse wealth can be in danger. So because seventh house is the house of spouse partner, and say, eighth house is second from itself, which shows second house is salary. So it's the spouse salary house. So there the person can find difficulty in that area. Okay, so coming to sixth house lord in the ninth house.
Hello.
Yeah, sixth house lord in the ninth house.
Huh. So ninth house, as we know, it's all about higher education, long journey, father, and the profession, spirituality, foreign land. So if sixth house lord is in the ninth house, then the person might get delayed or not delayed, might get obstacles in doing his or her higher education, may not have that much good relation from or support from his father, and may face some kind of challenges or obstacles in his profession. Luck, ninth house also represent luck, so that person might not be getting too much of supportive luck or good luck. Ninth house also represent good health, and sixth house gives health issues. So health issues also might be seen. And if that person want to go and settle in foreign land or settling in foreign land, then also issues, hurdles, enemies, competition, all those things will be increasing with that person.
Okay, so when sixth house lord is in the ninth house, so what happens? So what does ninth house represents? It represents your father. It represents foreign travel. It represents higher education. Okay, it represents your teacher, guru, advisors, counselors. It also represents uh, your political areas. It also represents philosophy subject. It also represents your dharma religion. It also represents your luck support. So when sixth house lord is in the ninth house, that shows that this person will face challenges in these areas of life. Like he needs to face challenge regarding father. He won't be having that
Mm.
great relationship with father. Person will face challenge regarding the higher education while studying. Will face challenge while believing in faith. I mean, sorry, the person will be not having that strong faith in the religion when sixth house lord in the ninth house. Even though person is having not that much as per expected. Okay, sixth house lord means challenges. He will argue a
Mm.
lot regarding the religion. Okay, so he will
Mm.
argue with the father. The person will argue with the father. So these are all things can be seen, and father's health might be little bit bad when sixth house lord is in the ninth house, because sixth house is tenth from the ninth house if you count. Okay, so that's all about when sixth house lord is placed in the ninth house. Now coming to sixth house lord is the tenth house. What happens when sixth house lord is in the tenth house?
Yeah, so if sixth house lord is in the tenth house, then as we know, tenth house represents for name and fame and export businesses, publications, politician, medical, teaching, or computer programmer or legal kind of profession, especially related to government job or services. So if sixth house lord is in the tenth house, then the person won't be getting too much of name and fame. Problems or hurdles might be seen in case of his professional life, like government service. For government service, competition might be high, or some kind of legal issues or litigations that person might be facing in his professional career. Likewise.
So when sixth house lord is sitting in the tenth house, what does it represent? So tenth house represents your career, name and fame. It represents higher authorities like boss, like that. So sixth house lord is the how sixth house lord when moves into the 10th house, the person will be facing a lot of challenges, setbacks in professional life. It also shows that the person needs to do service first. If the person wants to start business, the person needs to do a job first, and then he can start his or her own business. It also shows that the person will face difficulty with the boss. The person will be having very bad relationship with the higher authorities. So in order to get name and fame or reputation status in the career, the person needs to work hard. The person will be having a lot of competition. Okay, so these are all things can be seen when sixth house lord is in the 10th house. Now what happens when sixth house lord is in the 11th house?
11th house is all about gain, profit, inflow of fund, friends, winning in litigation, good health, winning in everything. So 6th house lord is in the 11th house, then like profit won't be expected or cash inflow won't be expected, hurdles or obstacles might be coming in all those sectors. Uh, like the person might get litigation issues but might not be getting, like winning is not seen, or some kind of hurdles and obstacles is definitely seen along with health issues too.
Yeah, so when sixth house lord is in the 11th house, what does it represent? So when sixth house lord is in the 11th house, it has moved sixth from itself. Okay, which is it has moved from its sixth houses away from itself. So it shows that
Mm,
the person will get gains from competition, get gains from overall competition and everything, get gains from service sectors. Okay, get gains in day-to-day work. It also shows that the person might face some challenges regarding making friends, but he will have a lot of competition within the friends, also friend circle or social circle like that. So these all things can be seen when sixth house lord is in the 11th house. Now, what happens when sixth house lord
mm.
is in the 12th house?
Now 12th house is all about loss. So if 6th house lord is in the 12th house, then too much of loss in business, loss in money. If that person have done any kind of investment, loss is there. Too much of excess of health issues, bedridden, hospitalization, and like problems will be there only. Litigation leading to jail and court cases, everything will be there.
Okay, so sixth house lord in the 12th house. Okay, that shows that uh, this person will face a lot of difficulty in the foreign land with the
Mm,
foreigners. Okay, these people will face a lot of trouble while working in the hospitals. If they are doctors, okay, this person
mm,
needs to work with foreigners. Okay, even though they will face challenges, they need to come uh, like they need to come over that challenge. Okay, and they need to face it and win over it. Okay, so these are things. So sixth house lord in the 12th house, this person will behind a lot of health issues. Okay, it also shows that
mm,
the person will be having some work related to the foreign company, foreign client, or something to do with foreign land. Okay, so these are things can be seen. It also shows that the person will face a lot of problems whenever he or she invest in particular things. Why? Because 12th house represents investment. That's why. So
okay.
these all things can be seen when sixth house lord is in the 12th house. Okay. So
Yeah.
yeah. So this was the analysis of sixth house lord in the 12 different houses.